Yes, you can play a lot of Rockstar games on your modded PS Vita, from old school top-down GTAs, to Manhunt 2, to Midnight Club 3, and to GTA 3 or San Andreas. I've already made a showcase video about all of them, check it out right here. But today we are looking at how to install every single one of them and how to get the most out of it. So let's get cracking! I'm making this video also because many people under my showcase videos still writing that it's not real, that it doesn't exist. Like this one, don't know where it gets this from, but it is bullshit. But as you're gonna see in a second, it's more than real. First, what do we need? We need modded PS Vita and a PC or phone to transfer files over. Ideally you wanna use PC because then you can transfer it via cable, not via FTP with your phone. So let's start with old school Grand Theft Auto 1, 2, London, Italian Job. All of these are PS1 games. And if you want to play PS1 games on your PSP, you're gonna need Adrenaline. This application allows you to play PS1 and PSP games on your PS Vita. So install the Adrenaline. If you don't have it, you just install VPK. Then you're gonna run it. It will download 6.61 PSP firmware. And it will also create directories. Adrenaline is ready, now we need games. We could have used this application to get the games. However, many games are missing in there and all of these Rockstar games are also not included. Therefore, we need to get it elsewhere. The official way to get it, I guess, would be to get a PS1 game, then rip it, and then convert into the eboot format. Not sure who's gonna do it like that, so get it from wherever you want. But they need to be in eboot format. Remember, eboot.pbp, the game in this format looks like this. Oh, this is another game in eboot format. If it's zipped, first you need to extract it, then connect your Vita to your PC, press select, connect it via cable, and transfer the files over into this folder, ux0 pspmu/psp/game. Here are all my PS1 games. When you transferred it in there, then that's pretty much it. Now you can open your Adrenaline and play all the games. Here I'm playing PS1 games, however many of them are using LNR 2 and 3 buttons. On the Vita there is only LNR 1. So for LNR 2 and 3 you need to use rear touchpad or front touchscreen. You can map it easily by pressing and holding the PS button. Then click settings. Now open official settings. It will put you in here, so here you go, control settings, assign touchscreen, and here you can assign front touchscreen or rear touchpad. As you can see, LNR 2 and 3. Here you can also in other settings change the screen mode from full, zoom, normal, original, custom, whatever you want. If you have grip, it's also very useful for PS1 games, because there are additional triggers. Here you can also put like LNR 3, these are LNR 2. So the playability is much better than without them. Now let's look at PSP Rockstar Games, Midnight Club 3, Warriors, Manhunt 2, and then of course Vice City Stories and Liberty City Stories. Again, the official way would be to buy the game, rip it into the ISO format and transfer to your Vita. Unofficial way would be using this application. All of the games are available in there. Wi-Fi on the Vita can be rather slow, so many people rather prefer to get the ISOs on your PC and then transfer it via cable to your PS Vita, because it's much quicker like that. You just transfer all the ISOs into ux0 pspmu/ISO folder. All the ISOs are always going in there. Then you just again launch it via your Adrenaline, because they will show up in there as long as you put it into ISO folder. Here just a quick reminder that you can play Vice City Stories and Liberty City Stories in native Vita resolution with the Flows plugin. Plugin is called GTA Native Resolution Patch. It increases the internal resolution of the game to 960 by 544 and it also reduces frame rate. And it is recommended to use also Remastered Controls plugin, so you're gonna control the looking around with your right joystick. This plugin was also made by the official Flow. If you're gonna use the plugin, make sure to overclock your PSP in the Adrenaline, press select, and here set it to 333/166. That's it, job done, now you can play it. Both of these plugins can be installed via Auto Plugin 2. Here in PSP plugins, here is install remastered controls, and here in the PSP plugins for Adrenaline is a GTA native resolution patch. Adrenaline is a very useful app, but don't just go there and go like, oh, this is cool plugin, this one is cool, and you're gonna install one by one. No, you need to stick to the golden rule: the less plugins you install, the better. Because then there is the least chance they're gonna interact with each other and there's gonna be some issues. Another reminder that there is also GamePatch plugin, also by the flow, that enables native resolution in a few PSP games. Here when you go to compatibility list spreadsheet, PSP games, and here there are all the games listed and you see they are separated by the color. Green is compatible, yellow is like a little bit compatible, orange and red is not compatible. Out of all these Rockstar games, I think only Manhunt 2 is in the green category. Here is Manhunt 2, it's green as you can see. Midnight Club is in orange category, that means there are some issues like you can see in here. You can find the link for the GamePatch and for the compatibility list down below. You can also play GTA Chinatown Wars in native Vita resolution, because this is the Android port, not the PSP version. Let's move on to native Vita Rockstar ports. Unfortunately, none of them is official, all of them are unofficial homemade homebrew games, homebrew ports. Therefore, you're gonna need plugins for them to work properly. Here, for example, we're gonna check out what plugins do we need for Max Payne Mobile. So we're gonna type in Max Payne Vita GitHub into the Chrome, enter, and here is the GitHub release page for the Max Payne Mobile Vita port. And here, as you can see, we can find installation instruction. So first we need 3 plugins. First one is Kubridge. Second one is FDFix. Don't install it if you have installed a Repatch plugin. Both can be installed via Auto Plugin 2, but remember the golden rule: the less plugins you install, the better. And the third plugin is Shader Compiler plugin. If you are using VitaDB browser, then you have it installed, because this app will not work without it. So if you don't have it, install this app and it will install everything for you. If you installed it and you're not sure if you have it, you can easily check it in your UR0 and data folder, and here it needs to be shown. And it is here, is this one. This is the Shader Compiler plugin. Okay, plugins are installed, and now we need game files. These are gonna be Android game files, because these are Android ports. You can always see what you need on the GitHub release page. Here is same. You can see what you need to put where. Here I need to put some files into UX data Max Payne folder. So you need to get the game files and transfer them into your Vita via cable or FTP. If you want to find setup instructions for different port, or like for example for Bully, we write into the Chrome Bully Vita GitHub. And here you see GitHub Bully Anniversary Edition Vita. We can find all the instructions in here. We need plugins, Kubridge, FDFix, Shader Compiler, and then here are all the instructions, what you need to put where. Similarly, if you would want to install GTA San Andreas or something, you put GTA San Andreas Vita GitHub and it will find it. It's right here. And you can always find all the information in here. Here for San Andreas we also need same plugin, so if you have it installed, you can use it for every port, you don't need to install it again. And then here again we need to put some files into UX data GTA SA folder. I won't be going any deeper into this because I don't want this video to be taken down, so that's it, just transfer the files into your Vita. Then you just need to go to releases on the GitHub release page, and here you can find VPK. You're gonna download it. For majority of VPKs you can also download it via VitaDB. The only exception are GTA Vice City and GTA 3. You're not gonna find any VPK or anything for those, because Take-Two issued some DMCA. These are PC ports, so you're gonna need PC game files for those. If you need any help, you can always join our Discord. Every information is archived in there. Or you can also use Google and put there something like GTA 3, how to install, and I'm sure something will pop up. Google is your best friend, remember. Before you're gonna play the game, make sure to fully overclock your Vita. Just press select and down and put everything to max. These are all the values to the max. Save profile, get rid of this, and now you can enjoy it. Cheats are also supported. For GTA 3 and Vice City you're gonna use PS2 button combinations. If they're not gonna be working, you need to go to options, controller setup, and redefine controls. And here you need to remap every button. Even if it works, you need to remap it one more time. So you know square is square, trigger is trigger, and things like that. Then it's gonna be working for sure. For the San Andreas you can find all the cheats in the manual menu. On the page 22 and 23, here are all the cheat codes. And you're gonna enter them by pressing select and left trigger, and here you're gonna type them in. Then you can enjoy every single code. Don't forget to overclock your San Andreas 2 clearly. And remember, LNR 2 and 3 are in here on the front touchscreen. There are also a bunch of mods. All of these, GTA 3, it has installed anniversary mods. Vice City is also anniversary mod. There is also a real mod for GTA 3, the audio mod for Chinatown Wars and things like that. You can find all of the mods on our Discord in the mod channel. Then there are also total conversion mods like GTA Syndicate Chronicles or GTA 4 Early Redemption. You can download and play both of these very easily. And as usually, I almost forgot about the additional Rockstar ports that you can play via your emulator. In this case, you can play it via MGBA or via RetroArch. They are not really as good, but there are things like Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2, Grand Theft Auto Advance. And there are also the weird Austin Power games. And you can play them easily by installing the desired emulator and then just put the ROMs into ROMs folder and selecting the folder with your emulator. I hope this video helped you to understand how to properly set up all these games on your PS Vita. I certainly had a lot of great time playing them. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, join if you feel extra generous. I would like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!